Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And I'm very late today, and that's because I did the readings and something wrong with the camera. It decided to start recording and then not finish recording. So I had to bin the original readings. I decided to pull the cards all fresh, start again. And so this is take 2 of this particular reading, and let's see what this version of the reading wants to tell us. I'm a little bit hoarse now because I've already done them all, but here we are again with the Guardian of the Night Tarot on the tarot table for this one. I'm looking at the story, a relatively recent story about Jack Mann and his wedding. And Jack Mann, of course, old friend of Prince Harry's. He was one of the groomsmen at Harry and Meghan's wedding. Some people speculate he was actually the best man and not Prince William. And Jack Mann got married, and Harry was conspicuous by his absence. Meghan, I don't think we ever expect to see Meghan in the UK again, but Harry was not there. The band of brothers, the old friends who went through thick and thin together, grew up together, same social class, same schools, families, aristocratic families that have marched down the generations together side by side with the royals. And no sign of Harry at Jack Mann's wedding. A lot of speculation about why. Questions about, was he invited? Has there been such a falling out that Harry is not welcome? Or is it more prosaic? Is it something like Harry's tax status, that he's only got a certain number of days that he can be in the UK without incurring tax liability? I have looked at that story. It came from Lady C a while back, and a lot of people think that the reason he rushes in and out of the UK, and for instance the coronation, he was so quick to scamper back to Montecito, wasn't because she was clicking her fingers there, or because Archie's birthday celebration, or Lily's, or whoever it was, I've lost track now. It was a much more mundane reason for rushing back, and that was tax. The tax man cometh. So let's see, little 5-card reading with the Guardian of the Night Tarot, and we're going to ask, was Harry invited? Would he have been welcomed there? Did he want to go? Would he have liked to be there? Was there some prosaic reason why he wasn't there, such as tax? That kind of thing. And then what's going on with the friends' outcome? Are the friendships going to be reformed, assuming that there has been some falling out over the past few years? A lot of speculation there has. Or have the friendships been irrevocably harmed because of behaviors over the past few years from Harry and Meghan? And before I get to the underlying energy, I'll put it there. I'm not going to look at it. Let's just remind you, it's tarot for fun and entertainment, or speculation, or my opinion, archetypal energy we read here. Disclaimer in the box below. I've got the Temperance card in reverse this time. Last time I had the Empress in reverse, just by the way. Temperance card is something that has gone overboard. And my working title for this, ironically, was Man Overboard. So now I have my Overboard card. Temperance is extremes. It's just getting out of control when it is in reverse. Instead of being moderate in your behavior, well-tempered and even-tempered in your behavior, it's losing your temper, being abusive, being difficult, being disruptive, because the Temperance card is all about harmony, peace and harmony, and it's in reverse. Somebody has been disruptive and has caused trouble. They have been intemperate. They have said things they shouldn't have. They have caused harm that they shouldn't have caused. That is that card. The Temperance card in reverse. So I think we get an idea of how the friend group might actually feel about Harry and Meghan round about now. Of course, just reading energy, the overall situation. What are we dealing with here? We're dealing with the 7 of Cups in reverse. This is now you deal with reality. Upright, the 7 of Cups, and a very beautiful 7 of Cups, isn't it? These are the possibilities, these are the dreams, the illusions, the things you can convince yourself are true, persuade yourself that these things are possible. But when the card is in reverse, no, they're not possible. Now, this is what actually is the truth of the situation. You can't pretend otherwise. And so it's chickens coming home to roost, rescue chickens coming home to roost in this case. You treated us badly. You didn't invite most of us to your reception. You invited celebrities, Hollywood celebrities who you'd never met before, to your reception. And now chickens come home to roost. Now the reality, now you are not welcome at our wedding. For instance, that's just a possible scenario there. Let's see what universe wants to tell us. Was Harry invited? Would he have been welcome at that wedding or not? Are we yet or not? Two of Swords in reverse. Somebody made a very difficult decision that they didn't want to make, to cut him out. No. You see upright, that frog is looking before he leaps. Which way shall I go? Don't quite know. At a crossroads, difficult decision to make, a painful decision to make, to cut someone out, always with the Two of Swords. And then when the card is in the reverse, decision made. Harsh decision. Not invited. Not welcome. Same energy I got in the previous reading, just by the way. So we're confirming each other, though only I know that for sure. Two of Swords in reverse, very interesting. How did Harry feel about it? Did he want to go? Was he desperate to go? Was he upset that he didn't go? We got the Hanged Man in this one. Hanged Man is somebody who's hung out to dry, who is punished, sacrificed. He feels that this is unfair, not unfair, harsh. That somehow he's been villainized. I don't think he gets it, even though we've got the Seven of Cups in reverse here. It's time you woke up, it's time you opened your eyes. Your own intemperate behavior, your hurt and harm that you have caused to people with your ugly words and your bad temper and your nastiness and everything else has done this. You are to blame for this. We didn't want to make this decision, but we felt that we had to make this difficult decision. But Harry feels that it's he is being villainized, he's being sacrificed for some reason, and powerless in this situation, because when you're hanging upside down, when you are the Hanged Man, you can't act, you can't do anything to defend yourself, you can't take steps, you're literally dangling there for anyone to take pot shots at you. A very vulnerable position to be in, and a very uncomfortable position to be in. While you dangling there, of course, with the Hanged Man, you gain fresh insights. It's sometimes tarot card decks call it perspective, because you gain a new perspective. You become enlightened as you hang there. And so Harry, we've got two cards now that are telling us that it's time for Harry to actually get real about the situation, to see the situation for what it really is, to see his own culpability in the situation, that it's not everyone else that is at fault here, it's he himself and his own behavior that is to blame for this decision not to invite him. With the more prosaic reasons, just by the way, for him not to be there, it does look like he was not invited, but with the other reasons, tax, can't be in the UK, anything like that. I've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. That is a team kind of a card. The Three of Pentacles is collaborating with people, working together on projects, and it's in reverse. And I had to stop there for a little cough. As I say, I'm getting a bit hoarse now because it's been a long evening of tarot reading just for me. But the Three of Pentacles in reverse is something to do with almost he's busy on other projects, but he's not really, because the card is in reverse. He might have said, oh, well, I'm busy anyway. This is not, no, I can't make the extra day out of my allotted tax days that otherwise I'm deemed as being resident in the UK. And so I'm sorry, I can't make it. It's almost like, oh, well, I'm busy, I'm filming for Netflix, I'm doing whatever important business for, what's that silly starter thing, Better Up. But no, not really, because the card is in reverse. So I think he's kind of pretending that he had better things to do. He was at the 4th of July parade, or going to have his hair a buzz cut at the hairdressers with Megan. He's been papped with Megan, but not really important things, really, in this great scheme of things. If one of your closest friends is getting married and you're quite capable of getting a private jet and flying to the UK, then lame excuse, busy, sorry, couldn't make it. Outcome for Harry and his friendships, these friendships with these long standing friends and loyal friends who protected him, sheltered him, kept his secrets, looked after him when parents were going through tough times, Charles and Diana, before their divorce, and then of course when Diana was tragically killed. Her situation, Ace of Swords and reverse. Harry is out. He's out. We've got the Two of Swords there, and it's reduced down to the Ace of Swords in reverse. He's not going to get another chance with these friends. And that's harsh. That's very harsh. I don't blame them. Don't blame them at all. I think they put up with a lot that we don't necessarily even know about. And why should we know about? Of course, it's private relationships, private friendships that go back many years. And but the Ace of Swords in reverse is a no. These friendships are finished. And they're finished in quite a brutal and a ruthless way with the Ace of Swords in reverse. It's going to feel to him like punishment, like he's been excised from a group, like a sort of a cancer that's cut out of an organ that needs that cancer cut out so that the organ can flourish. It's that level of brutality, of ruthlessness, justice, but justice that's going to feel unjust to him. To the rest of them, very hard decision, but we need to do this. We need to preserve ourselves, and I think we need to favour the other brother. The other brother showed up in the previous reading, didn't show up, and the wife also, just by the way. This is all about Harry now. It's simplified it. It's in fact reduced it to its core essence the second time round. We've taken all the extra players out, and now it's just Harry and his friends cutting him out because he's lied. He's been dishonest, he's been duplicitous, in my opinion, possibly in theirs as well, and don't need him around his trouble. That's your reading. Turned into quite a harsh reading. And thanks for watching. I'm going to hop on to the next one now.